Hey there everybody, Popontop here. Welcome back to more Fallout 4 mods. In today's mod, we have the service rifle. So, this mod is obviously emulating a gun from Fallout New Vegas that was in there. The NCR used very often, the service rifle. It's essentially the M16 in real life, right? Or the M4, like some variants and stuff like that. Like a classic American assault rifle. I've covered other mods that are very similar to this. Like there's an M16 mod that is similar to this because you're going to get the same looking things. I mean, this mod has some unique stuff to it, some unique customization and stuff you can do. So we're going to go through all that, obviously. But let's take a look at the gun base default. I mean, not default. I mean, I've customized it quite a bit. But this is automatic. Sounds nice. Got a nice reload animation, all that stuff. Shooting 5.56 right now, but you can customize the ammo types and all that stuff. I'm almost out of 5.56, so I might change the ammo type anyway, just to show that off. But you can also customize the scopes, all kinds of special things with the weapon, and there's some secrets to find that I actually haven't found. So if you guys can let me know about that when we get to that part later. So you got all your mechanisms, your trigger mechanisms. It's essentially your base default mods. You just call them trigger mechanisms instead of like advanced receiver. It's not a receiver because the receiver's later, but that comes in for different stuff. So this is your damage. This is like improved fire rate, inferior range, advanced. Or you could go to the advanced trigger, right? You know, you go semi-auto, you lose the fire rate. You know, obviously using the rifleman perk. We'll go advanced for right now. You got all different kinds of barrels here. So you got the makeshift barrel here. So like no accuracy penalty, fire range, or superior range and sighted accuracy, better recoil, pull, hit, fire accuracy, reduce damage. So makeshift barrels are like the cheap, bad ones. You can also get the marksman makeshift barrel. I mean, these are like, and then these are like the three variants. So the short wooden, you can get the wooden one, which make it look like a lot like the gun from New Vegas. Polymer is the black, like plasticky stuff that they use on like the back there on the stock. Long wooden barrel, long polymer barrel. Short barrel like is what I have now, a combat barrel. And there's a short version, and then there's some other ones here for like a ported barrel and a long ported barrel. You can also get a machine gun barrel on here. This is gonna make it like an LMG. You need the commando perk to make it like an LMG, so obviously you're intending to make it auto and dope like that. Sniper barrel requires rifleman, and then you get a long sniper rifle barrel on there. You can do all that. So you can make it an LMG, you can make it an assault rifle, carbine, which is kind of like a, you know, in between, like a sniper rifle, like whatever you want to do. You can do all that stuff. So, I mean, I'm not going to show off everything here. You get the idea, I think, because like the wooden ones, I mean, we can make it a long wooden one, because we're just going to make it look classic New Vegas style. You can see it, boom, there it is. And then you can obviously change up the stock, same kind of thing. Sniper version of the stock. Recoil compensating stock probably goes with the LMG. Marksman stock goes with, it's like another, it's for like long range, but like you're going to shoot it, like not like a sniper rifle still. Polymer. You can get like so you get a full stock, and then it's going to be wood, right? I think so. Yeah, so we get the wood stock, we get the wood grip too. I like, there's a lot of things you can change about this stuff, but obviously you want to get to like the top versions and stuff, because that way you get the most accuracy, the most range, all this stuff. The recoil is improved and stuff. It's just like upgrades along the attachment line. And then we have quick eject, large mag, but you can also put like things like a drum mag on here. But the drum mag does require the commando perk. I like that because it should, if you shouldn't be like a sniper with drum mag, that doesn't make any sense. So if you want to snipe with it, you don't. Commando's obviously going to mean you're going to want the weapon to be automatic because you're going to get the damage bonus. I have both, so I can do whatever I want. You can also get a regular drum mag though. You just can't get the largest version. So you can do a drum mag and snipe with just gun nut perk. And then like most of the largest drum magazines though are for automatic weapons. There's no commando version. Or I mean not commando version, I mean like rifleman version. I just have a large mag on there. 30 rounds is plenty. And a quick eject. But I mean I could show the drum mag off, I guess. Why not? We'll put that on there. You got sights here. If you have the particular receiver on, so we'll get to receivers in a little bit, but you have the standard sights here, your short scope, your reflex sight, medium scope, long scope, like stuff you normally see on an assault rifle, night vision scopes and all that stuff. So all that stuff, all the way normally way you craft it and stuff. Also, compensator muzzle bayonet, large bayonet, large serrated bayonet, right? I think the bayonet should require the, what is it, the melee perk, the, like, oh man, I forget off the top of my head. And then the suppressor, obviously. So like pretty typical stuff. I put a muzzle brake on there because I was trying to shoot it automatic there a little bit ago. We might change it up to that too. So this is the receiver, and the receiver changes up a lot of stuff. So your receiver changes damage too, slightly. and it changes up the way that the gun is handled a little bit. There's a bunch of them in here that I can't craft because they require the Marksman Attachments magazine. I don't know where that is. You guys could let me know. That'd be great. We can get an upper receiver or a side charge upper receiver, and they're pretty much the same. So we'll just equip one of them here. But because we equipped that, we have a different kind of scope to equip now. There's a whole different scope category. Because instead of like a sight, we have a scope, which is different. But I can't actually equip any of these because this needs the attachments magazine too. But it has, I'd imagine, custom versions of all these things. The combat scope that looks like an ACOG, right? A short scope, like an ACOG too. Like your hollow sight. But you can only put on standard sights, which is like a small little iron sights and stuff. But it does give you the most amount of damage, right? Even without, because it's like, what, you're losing, like, I mean, not a huge amount, 8 damage per shot off of, but your marksman is the best, is the most powerful thing. There's also stickers you can get on here, but you need the stickers magazine, which I'm not sure where it is either, but you can see those there. I mean, they're popping up, right? Like, just little logos, Nuka-Cola logo, Quantum logo, right? All the little stuff, you can get the idea. I could put paint on here because this is from the Creation Club content that allows you to, so like the flames paint jobs for like your 10mm pistol, all that stuff. It just happens to work on this. I put the shark on there. Pink is nice too. We'll just put the pink one on there just to make it funny. But yeah, so that gives you a general gist of the mod and the weapons and stuff. So we currently still have a 5.56. That's what the marksman is. There you go. Those are the marksman sights. It's still just iron sights, which I don't mind. I guess I can't really show off the drum mag. I'm gonna quickly here. I didn't show this off. I'm gonna take the marksman receiver off because the marksman receiver also has to be 5.56. But if you go in here, you can. Oh no, isn't it the receiver? Isn't it the receiver? Or standard? Oh yeah, the lower receiver. Okay, so the lower receiver we could change. So we got standard right on now, but we could change it to like forge, which gives you armor penetration, or advanced, which gives you more damage. You can also change it to 5mm or 9mm. Which is 9mm is actually the .38. There's not like 9mm bullets floating around now. It's the .38 caliber bullets, which is like the most common ammo in the game. But it's also going to do the least amount of damage that way. And you can also make it 7.62. So like the Nuka World DLC, like the handmade rifle in that, if you have that, you can make it 7.62. Advanced, get the most possible damage from it. We'll equip that right now because I have lots of 7.62 bullets. And then that's the lower receiver. You see that's like the bottom half here with the clip. And the 7.62 actually changed up the clip. So we can't get a drum mag with the 7.62, but you have a different reload. You have like a special, it's kind of like an AK type magazine. Obviously 7.62 bullet is shot by the AK in real life. I'm pretty sure. I'm not like an expert on these things, you guys, so I'm sorry. So I mean, you could quickly change this up. You could go back to the default receivers and stuff. I like the marksman though. I don't have a problem with the iron sights. I wish I knew where the magazines were, but the mod does not list it in the description, so you just gotta find them. I don't know where they are. If you guys let me know where they are, we can like have discussions about that in the comments. But yeah, so we can. I'm gonna make it automatic again just to show that off. Oh, I wanted to show off. There's a lot of things about this mod. I'm getting a little bit sidetracked here. So if you put the 7.62 lower advanced receiver on here, as you see, that's the magazine too. You can no longer put drum mags and stuff on there. You can't put quick eject mags. You can't put small, medium, large. It's just that's a 30 round mag and you get it. But it does the most possible damage per shot. You know, if whatever. So you can obviously make this automatic. The difference is not significant. You're losing like 50 damage, but I mean you're gaining almost twice the fire rate. So you lose 25% damage, but you gain more fire rate. Obviously, you have to worry about wasting bullets. I'm a big fan of shooting guns automatic because I just have a shit ton of bullets and I just can. Because I'm like an overpowered character and that's the way that works. But it just sounds meatier. It just sounds better. It works better. So yeah, if you guys want this weapon for yourselves, pretty much everywhere sells it once you get into the game too. So like I have my weapons station here in my settlement. But the same thing with Arturo and Diamond City. Tegan on the Pridwin, right? Like anywhere you can buy weapons from, you can find them. You're going to find different versions of stuff here. These carbines are the service rifle, but they're not called the service rifle, but both of these, and they're different slightly. You can get all kinds of attachments, and it's all customized, you know, depending on your level and stuff. I'm going to see if I can see any more in here. Because they do spawn quite regularly in vendors' inventories. They spawn on enemies too. They spawn on enemies and you can find them as loot as well. So it just essentially shows up anywhere. It just becomes a regular gun in the game. I've been playing around with this mod on for a long time. I'm trying to think about all the times I ran into it. But yeah, you could find it off of enemies and stuff. I can't see any more variants here. The carbine is not necessarily the strongest one, but I think that's it. That this particular, oh no, there's service rifles down here. So the service rifles is a better version than the carbine. Different stuff. I mean, obviously you just need one of them, and then if you have the crafting perks, you'd be able. There's marksman version here, so you can get the long range scope. So like, even if you don't have the crafting perks, for example, you could still buy one that is like, this is the automatic carbine. It's like a red dot sight and a silencer built in. This is like a marksman rifle, so a silencer, big, big long range scope. Marksman rifle here might even be it. Yeah, so these are the same. These are the same, and then like this one's suppressed. It's got the LMG barrel on there. Yeah, so as you see, it's not hard to find these things. They're pretty much everywhere. They don't cost that much money compared to other guns. This one is ridiculous. It's got a huge scope on there. We can show that off real quick. I'll just buy one just to show you guys that there's variants and they do different things. So let's just quickly equip the one that we got. This is the suppressed version. It's still got the 7.62 barrel, but this has got like an extreme night vision scope on there with the huge railing and all that stuff. So yeah, obviously you can. It's gonna be automatic, right? Yeah. It's automatic anyway. It's the longest range scope in the entire world, if that's what you're into, right? But you can, I mean, obviously you can customize this. You can buy them whatever you want. It's a quite common weapon, and I think it's as good just to have on there. It is quite large in size for a mod, but if you just want like a good all-around assault rifle, sniper rifle thing that you can pretty much find anywhere, the enemies are gonna have it, you're gonna have it, everybody's gonna you're gonna be able to find them all the time. It just becomes kind of a late game gun as long as you're not using pistols, right? If you're using rifles or rifleman perk, you are going to use it as a sniper rifle, or a marksman rifle, or like whatever in between. And if you're using commando, then obviously you're going to use it because it's just going to be the best like assault weapon you can get. You know, if that's what you're into, and it's so customizable that you can pretty much use it throughout the whole game. You can find it fairly early on. I wouldn't say like immediately, but you gotta find it. You gotta be in the right kind of spot for it. But it will pretty much spawn on any enemies that use combat rifles, assault rifles, that kind of stuff. So you can find it there. We're going to go test it out in some combat. And then, even though we pretty much got the whole idea of it, but we'll see you guys when we get there. Alright, everybody. So we have my custom 7.62 wood barrel, all that stuff, wood stock, automatic version. So we're going to use my little wave spawner here. So this thing allows you to spawn monsters. So we can just do that here. Let's just spawn in some nasty things. Sting wings. Spawn in 10 sting wings. And then turn that shit off. There's a lot of sting wings. Sting wings are hard to hit. But we'll show that off still with some VAT shots. Try to shoot them. I have Fallout 76 VATs, so VATs does not slow time. But it's fine. I'm overpowered. They're not going to hurt me. But as you see, it's doing just fine. Cleared them out. Oh, there's another one? There's another one.
Nuts.
Are they done? That's it? Okay. Let's just try to break this stuff for a second. We're gonna spawn... What would it be? It's enemies, right? Enemies... Feral ghoul. We'll spawn like... You can spawn 50 feral ghouls. I mean, fuck it. Let's go nuts. Okay, spawn the ghouls. And then just spray and pray from the hip. Commando perk, right? You can get a lot of hip fire value out of that. There's so goddamn many ghouls. Just get out of the way. No, that's a little too much. But as you see, the rifle is doing work. The recoil is not that high. Obviously, this is fully maxed out. But like I said, it's customizable along the way. Even at base values, which I've tried out because I've had a new game. I play Fallout 4 all the time. I play through it all the time. I played a new game with this weapon kind of at base values, and it's still really, really good. Maybe, a little bit more recoil and stuff, but nothing too hardcore. It's just, the thing you gotta worry about in the early game is ammo, because 5.56 doesn't like to show up, or you can make it like 9mm at .38 from the beginning, right? So it's kind of is actually customizable through the whole thing. Enjoy me shooting some ghouls. 50 of them. I like the reload animation though. I think the whole thing looks nice. There's nothing wrong about it. I'm not saying, I'm not going to try to complain about this weapon mod at all, because I think it's fantastic. I think there's lots of good things about it. I don't think there's anything shines out as a super negative. I don't mean, maybe the only negative is that it's not like, there's nothing that stands out. It's an assault rifle. And there's lots of assault rifle mods on Bethesda.net, on the Nexus and stuff. There's plenty of them. There's one still alive. You're still alive. Look at my pile of destruction. Anyway, I think you guys get the idea. Like, it is an assault rifle. There's lots of other assault rifles to get. This one is cool. I just don't know if there's anything crazy unique about it to set it apart. But it doesn't do anything wrong. It's just, if you want an assault rifle mod, this one will cover you from the beginning of the game to the end of the game. Highly customizable all the way through with whatever way you want to do it. And have a good time with it. And be the only gun you use. You can use this gun for every situation. You can have like 2 versions. You can have an automatic version and a semi-auto version, or whatever you want to do. You can have 2 semi-auto versions, one with like a reflex sight so you can shoot up close, and then one with like a scope so you can snipe things with, right? You could do all kinds of things with it. It's so versatile of a gun. It could be your only gun you use. And I have been playing through with this gun. I had to do a playthrough with it, like essentially just using this gun, and it works well, and it does a good job. And I highly recommend it. If you guys want to check it out for yourselves, please make sure to check out the top link in the description. There'll be a link there to the Bethesda.net page so you can download this mod for yourselves. If you guys have enjoyed the video, I'd greatly appreciate a like rating down below. If you're new to my channel, make sure to subscribe so you can check out more videos from me. And pretty much other than that, you guys have a good rest of your day, wherever it may be, and I'll see you in the next episode.